Hope you're doing well. I'm finally done with this series. Your last but not least, as always. Let's just finally read for you. It's mid February. You must be aggravated with me. So, we're going to start with some tarot, not some oracles today. Let's see what the main energy is for you at this very, very moment. I'm going to pull. You're in hermit mode. Okay, so it's a comfortable place. You're in a zone where you're needing your peace, your tranquility. You're running your errands, you're doing your stuff, but all alone, like an all grown up man or woman. Let's see what's attached to being in this solo energy. Yet you're going places. That's what I'm sensing. I think you have the itchy feet of wanting to travel. It doesn't have to be far distances, of course not. But I think that you're meandering because there are things that you need to, either answers you need, or it could literally be your curiosity that is actually driving you. Not quite. It's the opposite. You're looking for a way to get out of boredom, out of a state where nothing touches you. You're wondering why that is. You're wondering why you're feeling so almost like unalive, right? You're not feeling lively and excited about things. Things that would usually stimulate you are leaving you like sort of like everything is dull. Dull? I'm not sure how to pronounce. I know it's spelled Dull, but I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I think that you are looking for excitement, but it's not about doing things that are extremely flamboyant here. I think it's about finding the right things for you. Let me pull an oracle and see. I'm sensing that there's like a thought process as well going on at the same time. Like, you're actually using sort of, it's like screening yourself for so like looking carefully at how you react to what, whether it be things that are said, things that you see, things that you hear, things that you experience. I think you're paying attention. You're paying attention to what it is that you are choosing to ignore or that leaves you with no sensation. I think you're really wanting to understand what is really happening here. So on the Hermit card, I'm sensing you being very attentive to that. I think you're really wondering why you are different, especially you being such a sensitive sign. Why would you be so detached? It's not even, it's like, yes, detached, but like, something about being very remote. It concerns a partnership. So I think you're wondering where your feelings went. I think you're wondering why it is that you are feeling somewhat unmoved. Let me read the subtext. Once you have decided to walk your path in partnership, you must put the relationship first. It's interesting that it speaks of walking a path, because this is exactly what the hermit does. He is traveling that path and he has many pit stops along the way. Here for me, each stop is when you actually stop yourself and become aware of what it is that is either triggering you or not triggering you in this particular case. Let me pull on the Four of Cups. I want to see why you're so aloof. Because it's a situation that has a lot of drama attached to it, and a lot of things that are being hidden from you. The Seven of Swords here is like, it's a funny energy along with strife, right? Because where there's conflict, there's someone that is choosing to remove themselves from the conflict. That's the remote energy I was sensing. It could be you, Pisces, you're choosing. It could be you that you're choosing to have peace of mind by staying alone and walking your own path and doing your own thing and numbing yourself, so to speak, to this particular relationship where there's a lot of ups and downs here. Like, I'm sensing like highs and lows, like but not in a positive way, like highs and lows in a way where it gets really intense when things are when you're both in the heat of things, and it also has the lows of when you two are not, it's like there's still conflict, but for some reason when you part from one another, when one of you, it could be you, but it could be the other person, when one of you decides to shut down or close off or just remove themselves, even if there's no actual drama because one person has left the room, quote unquote, it's still very tense. It's still very difficult. I mean, it doesn't leave room for the partnership itself. I mean, somehow maybe it's a wise decision on your part, Pisces. It could be that you prefer things to stay the way they are, right? Um, you could choose to ignore because you don't want to either be in the heat of the fight or the drama or the conflict. And you also probably don't like when you dodge and when you sort of choose to flee. And the roles can be reversed here. It doesn't have to be you, it could be the other person doing that. So I don't want to put it all on you. Of course not. But either way, I think the person, there's one, I think it's you, Pisces. I think it's you, you're being the wisest by choosing to make sure that these energies don't affect you. It's like you're closing down or closing off. It's almost protection here. It's a little bit like saying, let's say you were to engage with one another, maybe it would go either way. It could be really dramatic and complicated and difficult and not a comfortable situation. And it could be that you two just, one of you decides to ghost the other. It could go both ways. I think you're ghosting though, Pisces. I think you're gonna choose to stay. You're gonna want to remain calm. You're gonna want to stay alone. Do your thing. 3 of Cups. You are gonna mingle along the way. You could meet some new people, make new friends. It's interesting that you get the socializing card. It's almost like within the partnership, you're not socializing with your own person, but maybe as a way of, you know, alleviating this particular situation for you, if it's in any way very difficult to bear, if you find that it's difficult because you wish things were different, maybe you wish that there wouldn't be a missed opportunity between both of you, but you're realizing that if one of the two options is either you're going to fight or you're just going to ghost one another, then, none of these situations are satisfactory. So I think you might want to meet people. You might want to just like open your circle, open your experiences. What else are you doing? The star. You could say you're gonna gaze at the stars. You could be in a place where there's a lot of lights that shine bright, a myriad of lights, a place where people feel very comfortable to be themselves fully, a place where you can shine, where you can feel welcomed, accepted for your differences. I really enjoy this energy for you. I also feel that you're sensing that you're being protected as well. Again, I think that choosing to stay alone could be protection. You're also being guided. It's like you're being accompanied. I like that. You're definitely traveling. I see you traveling. It's interesting that you're traveling alone, but you're meeting people. You're meeting people. I mean, it feels like you're wanting to reunite maybe with one particular person. It's possible. It could be this partnership thing, except for some reason, the omen in the sky is much better than what it is that you're either feeling or sensing here that we saw earlier. You see how you're being guided? The lights, this light, there's something very strong that is, it's like a moth to a flame. You're being like you're really being drawn to something in someone. A Sagittarius, maybe. It could be that you simply are being extremely. The word here is like you're just really in tune. You're just really in tune with what it is that is really fulfilling to you, especially when you're sensing that you're unfulfilled. That maybe this partnership is unfulfilling to you, especially if there's ghosting or if there's fighting, and both, and or both, right? At different moments in time. I think that you're pretty chill. I think you're in a position where you're fine. You're more than fine. You're just like at peace. I also think that the travels that you're about to take are very beneficial to you in more than one way. I think they will definitely bring you answers as to what it is that you're really seeking, that is like gonna make a huge impact on your life when it comes time to, you know, looking ahead and how you want to live your life. I do sense a lot of independence, clearly, but you're still very open and sociable. I enjoy that as well. What I also like is how much you're open, you're extremely open to meeting new people, but in a way that is very tolerant, like you're having a beautiful, yeah, you're very broad-minded. Let's see who you meet. I want to see the character on, or the characters on the Three of Cups. I'm going to pull out of a deck that only has the major arcanas. Let's see who you meet. You could meet a fellow Pisces like yourself, or it could be that you're waiting to meet someone. It could be that you wait in vain as well. Maybe, you know, the person is not receptive to speaking to you. You know, they're going to choose to ignore you as well, I think. I really think it goes both ways, all of this energy from the beginning. So you're going to have someone that ultimately I think it's better that you don't meet. It doesn't feel like the person is ready to meet you. Ready is not the right word. I think the person is dreading meeting you, Pisces, because I think the person doesn't know how they're going to react. Or maybe they're afraid to enact strong energies like the Five of Wands, like being really up in your face about something that clearly they dislike or have disliked or keep disliking about you. Just as they could be like a little bit ill intent, a little bit hiding something from you. So let's see, I want to see the other characters on the Three of Cups. So it speaks of waiting. It could be that you're waiting to meet anyone just in general because you're traveling and you don't even know if this person is not willing to, this partner is not willing to meet with you, then, and you're waiting, who are you going to meet instead? Let's see. Because you are truly meeting some people. That is there. The energy is there. A magician. Could be a reader, tarot reader. It could be someone very talented, like with many talents. I like this energy a lot. Like multifaceted, yet yeah, you could say complex. I guess you could say complex, but not complicated, complex. Like someone that you have to unpack, right? It's someone that you can't just, you're going to need more time to get to know them. If ever you manage to know them fully or even slightly. Because this person has the ability to appear and disappear really quickly as well. So there's something about this energy that is very fleeting, flighty. Let's see who the third character is, if any. The Star again. So this is huge Aquarian energy. This is really spectacular. You know, we are still in Aquarius season. So even if, you know, you're Pisces, of course, but in the next few days, it's still Aquarius season. So maybe something is significant about the next few days when it comes to maybe meeting an Aquarius, or simply meeting people during Aquarius season, so in the next few days. I think that yes, you're waiting to meet a particular partner, and I don't think you're going to meet them because of the energies that we see there. To me, I mean, even if you really want to, and that you've done everything you could to, set it up, you've done everything you could to manifest this, um, and you've been really wanting it with the star energy. And maybe you've been really, really patient about meeting this person that's at a distance for you, that you're traveling towards. It feels like they're gonna ghost you, leave you hanging. And I think maybe this is why we see the Four of Cups. Maybe you know this already. Maybe you're well aware that could be that the person is wanting to do to you what you did to them, right? If you've ignored them in the past, or so they feel. They're gonna pay you back, Seven of Swords, like by just doing, by ghosting you, by doing to you what you did to them. So that's their revenge, I guess. That's the way that they get back at you. And I mean, I'm saying it in the most peaceful way, because I'm able to see both sides of the equation here, and I can understand why this person would do that. I understand the reasons. I understand, I even understand that, yes, if there was two ways that this could turn out, and none of them are positive, then yes, I would also most likely do like them and avoid you. So I'm able to see both sides, and I don't, I'm I find that it's okay. It makes me feel or think that you could also be okay with that, because I think that you could want to manifest other encounters with other people. Again, I feel that you're guided. The reason I say that is that the star is there twice. For me, there's something about how you navigate Pisces, the way that you are when you're in your flow, big flow here of following that particular, it's a particular bliss here. I think there's something where it's fortunate for you. It's a very positive experience. It becomes a positive experience. You're gonna see extraordinary things. You're gonna maybe think or say that these things are magical to you. And you would be right. So let's pull a little more tarot. Actually, let me pull an oracle card and see what your partner, the one that you left, for me to say it that way, the one that you might have left in the past, the one that you are maybe traveling to see see, to seek answers or to give answers to that particular partnership. Let's see what the energy is like. What either what you're saying to them or depending what they say to you. Actually, let's pull a card for each. So let's start with what you are saying to them. Let's do that. Because you're the one traveling to them. So let's see if there's 2 cards. It says, I feel lonely. Even if I'm surrounded, it could be that that's going to be the case, right? You're the hermit and you're going to be surrounded by people. It says, so even if I'm surrounded, I feel alone, misunderstood, and it makes me suffer. It forces me to work on myself, which is the energy of temperance, which I think that this is what you're doing when you're traveling. You're wanting to heal something. Could be for yourself, just you to you, but it's definitely linked to this partnership. It says, I want to get out of that space and I want to be happy again. And it does say, I want to be with you. Je veux être avec toi. The other one says, I have many questions about my life. And this is why, Pisces, you're going on this particular journey. It says, I'm very well aware that there are things that I cannot see again in my life. Literally, the verb revoir, it means to see again. There are situations that don't suit me anymore. It says, I'm asking the questions, the hard questions, and I'm moving forward. My life is about to change. I'm coming towards you, though. So, in both cases, Pisces, you feel the numbness from the beginning, right? This feeling that you were actually seeking to understand better as to why you behave in a way that is, you're shutting yourself out, specifically from this partnership or the way you have in the past, right? You really wanted to understand why it is that you're behaving in this way. When you have amazing opportunities that come knocking your way and you don't accept and see what's in front of you. So you're feeling lonely, but at least you're asking yourself the questions related to that. It says that you really want to change, that you want to be happy and you want to be with this person. And you're clearly aware there are things that you can't change. You can't go back in the past. You can't change the way things happened. You can't undo what you did. You're well aware. There's enormous acceptance. There's, I believe, a lot of forgiving yourself, forgiving everything that has happened, because you've had time to think about it even before taking this trip, right? There's been many years, most likely, during which you've been asking yourself these questions. Some of the questions that you do have are related to why within this partnership there's so much things that are hidden, done behind one's back, whether it's you doing that, the other person, both. Why there's so many conflicts, and when you create, what's the expression when something small becomes really really big and it's blown out of proportion? That's pretty much this energy. Oh, I'm forgetting. So these cards were what you're saying to this person, Pisces. But now let's draw um, to know what they are saying to you. What's their side of the story, or especially in the moment, because I feel that they're the person they're the ones that are deciding to ghost you, even though you're coming towards them. It's one card. It says, I'm going to come out of my silence. Comes the end of my isolation and my silence. They have given me the opportunity to think and understand. And now I want to contact you, and I want to open the dialogue with you. And it's more reopen the dialogue with you. So please prepare yourself to a nice surprise. You might have a little bit of hope, to see this person. But at the same time, like it's better that you I don't know, like, yes, keep hoping, stay positive. But I want to invite you to, I want you to stay even keel. Like, as much as possible, keep that peace, keep being patient, because you're in a situation where you will have to be patient. I think it's also be tolerant towards the situation, the person. Give them space, give them, whatever they need. And it could be that they don't want to do anything with you, and it's okay. You have to allow that as well. Accept it as well. You can't force someone, especially not in a partnership, right? Like, if the person doesn't want, it would lead to very disastrous results if you were to force anything anyway. But I don't think you could force this person. You could try to influence things in the most positive way. You could try to be as inviting as possible. But at that point, you'll have traveled you'll have come as far as you can, right? And then after that, there won't be any more distance that you can go. You will have gone the full distance. So that's what this reading is about here. Going the distance. Anyways, I'm gonna end it here. Thank you so much for listening, guys. I appreciate you. I'll see you soon.